Jamie and I walked down to get tree mail, and it's this weird looking kind of, at first it looked like a canoe paddle sticking out of tree mail, but we'd already gotten one of those, so you knew it had to be something different. And there were kind of little pieces, I think, of obsidian all around the outside of it. Kind of looked like a club you'd whack something with. And said something about we'll have to paddle, 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 and hit, hit, hit. So kind of we're thinking it might be something like a relay that involves paddling the canoe and then running to hit something. I think it's pretty crucial for us to win immunity because right now, I mean, we're new teams, so it's kind of defining how things are going to go. And right now, everybody's getting along, and, you know, we want to just kind of keep the peace, so we really want to win immunity so we don't have to start talking about alliances and stuff. We kind of, I think both teams have been kind of gently trying to touch the subject and find out what alliances existed in the old tribes, and they sound like they were in the same situation our team was in, that no one dealt with alliances. You went to tribal council and voted the weakest person off. So, and Margaret and Judd got back late to camp, and I haven't really had any alone time with anyone away from, you know, the whole entire tribe to do any chatting. I think Margaret started to talk to me for a second about, she said something about she talked to Judd and something about sticking together, but it was just in passing. So I don't know what's going on with that, but I kind of have a feeling that Margaret and Judd, Margaret was asking me what happens in the case of a tie, and so I think she's thinking that the four of us from Nakum stick together against the four from Yashaw and then end up with a tie. Nakum was a pretty strong athletic tribe, and they were under the impression that you keep going and eliminating the weakest person, and because they wanted me to sit out on some rounds, I think that they think of me as one of the weaker people. It doesn't matter how much I do around camp, so I think that if I stick with Nakum, I might be in a worse place than if I went with Yashaw or if we mixed up the groups. So I'm actually open to switching things up a bit. I mean, at first when I thought the tribes were getting mixed up, I wasn't happy at all about it. You know, I was really worried, especially because I saw the other teams got 7 people on it now, and Nakum outnumbers the Yashaw members. So I thought, I want to be over there where we can just eliminate all Yashaw people. But now that I'm over here on this side, and when it sounds like, I mean, if it's true and they don't really have any alliances, then, you know, things may be up for grabs and we may be in more of a position to do something about it. I mean, when I talked to Rafe and Lydia, they basically said, oh, this is just kind of athletic battle out here, that whoever's weakest is getting voted off. And so I think if maybe those of us that are considered weaker in the challenges by the other people get together, then maybe we stand a better chance. Since the mix-up and since the switch of tribes, I think I'm in a better position now with the new Nakum tribe than I was with my old Nakum tribe. I just think that there's more options. Right now, I mean, before in Nakum, it was kind of a done deal. Whoever was weakest didn't do as well as the challenge. That was who was going to be going if we go to tribal council. Here, I think there's some room to convince people to do otherwise, to not just vote off the weakest person. Yeah, since I asked Cindy, and she's like, I'm not going to deal with thinking about voting anyone off until I have to deal with it. She's like, it's something that may not come up tonight, so she's not going to she won't talk about it until the challenge is over with. Which I think is kind of detrimental because it is going to be a mad scramble. You know, it's nice to get a head start on doing that stuff before everyone else is scrambling to do it. So, but, you know, same thing, you can't jump the gun or you get the target on your back too, so I kind of have to play at the pace my team members want to play. But I definitely think if we're going to tribal council tonight, it's going to be a mad scramble back here to figure out what's going on.